Alrighty, hello and welcome to the third episode of the Now Streaming podcast. I'm your host, Alex. Today I'm going to be joined by a variety streamer of sorts. He does art and as well as video games on the platform, and I'm very excited to have the first not just gamer on the show. Twitch is a very open platform to many varieties of skills and talents. Today is... let's see. Damn it. I always lose the button. Alrighty. Here he is.
How's it going, boys?
Alrighty. So go ahead and introduce yourself. What do you go by on Twitch, and what is your name?
Hello, I go by PixelPags on Twitch. Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Nice to meet you.
And I kind of said that in the opening there, but you do art as well as play games on the platform?
Mostly games. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, my girlfriend does most of the art for me. I'm so thankful, man. It helps out a lot, I think. Yeah.
That's good. So first things first, how are you doing today?
I'm all right, man. Good. Glad to be here. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day. I'm so glad you were able to join me. Sorry, the time differences are a little off. I apologize.
No, I understand, man. Most of my viewers are in Europe, so it's crazy all over the place.
Yeah, okay, so you understand.
Yeah.
So before you actually started streaming on Twitch, were you interested in, did you watch a lot of Twitch personally or YouTube or?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Nave was saying, I started with League of Legends streamers as well. I watched those for a few years, actually. I wasn't very active in chat. I watched on TV. So the chat was new to me, but as far as watching and viewing and things like that, yeah, it was years of experience just wasted time here.
It's not wasted, man. It's not wasted. I mean, is there anybody that you can remember that you watched a lot of? Or?
So many.
Yeah,
I watched all the esport pros from League of Legends, Bjergsen, Double F, Boy, Cutie Pie, of course. I'm a Cutie Pie, huge guy, yeah. Yeah, mad respect to those dudes.
Of course. And YouTube as well, or were you mostly just watching the live broadcast?
Oh, yeah. Still on YouTube, YouTube.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's where I get most of my entertainment, man. People are like Netflix and chill. I'm like, nah. YouTube or Twitch and chill.
Exactly. So what got you to actually start streaming?
Well, I think when you're interested for a while, you'll say it for a year or two, and you're like, I don't have the right equipment, or my computer's not the best, So, I was kind of at the end of my ropes with the last job, had it for about a year, and I was like, man, fuck it, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Ordered a good mic, which was about the only thing I could afford, and just went for it, and, it's a little bumpy, but, if you just work on improving, man, you can do it. And so, yeah, that's how I am where I am now.
Sure. What games do you play primarily, or would you say that are some of your favorite games? I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah.
No, please do. I'm really interested in like going through series. I always want to get into a new series, but I'm like, it's number 14 or number 15, and so I always call myself a Zelda fan, and I was like, what, it's time to actually sit down and work my way through the games, and it's nice to. It's not a competitive thing, so like you don't have to worry about if there's a lull and when you're talking or something. You can just narrate along with the story, talk about what's going on in game. How is this different from the other 14 Zelda games I've played, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this might be a hard question to answer, but do you have a favorite Zelda game? I mean, I know it's difficult to say. You can add as many asterisks as you'd like to that answer.
It is. Okay, well, I'll say this. I streamed Link's Awakening about 2 weeks before they announced the remake. But I said, even before the remake was announced, it was my favorite one. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, got plenty more to work through, but...
That's good. So do you have any hobbies outside of what you do on Twitch?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a fiend. I'm all up on the YouTube and Twitch. All the good TV shows. Rewatching Game of Thrones right now.
Me as well.
Yeah,
actually.
man. And I play games. Absolutely, right. Yeah, and I play games outside of Twitch too. It's not just. I don't try to save everything for the platform.
Sometimes
that comes up.
No, but that's good.
But that's
good.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's good to also play games away from other eyes watching. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Especially, I don't know. I find that it's easier to play multiplayer games away from Twitch just because you get backseat gamed so hard. But
big time.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long have you been streaming?
Since the end of November.
Okay.
Yeah, so going on about 4 months now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I've come a long way in that time, I think. So I'm pretty proud of it, but not the longest. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Any experience is good experience, especially on
Absolutely.
this platform. So it's really just keeping up with the schedule and doing it. You know, that's the most important part. So almost half a year of streaming. I can't imagine that you've ran into many life roadblocks along the way. But has there been anything that maybe an opportunity that you've passed up to continue streaming, or has there been any roadblocks that came up in your life that maybe would get you to stop streaming? Or
Sure. No, I mean, I think the big thing is like you and a lot of the other guys you've had on, you guys work also, whereas I'm really trying to hit streaming hard. But that said, I only stream 3 hours a day, but I'm like 6 or 7 hours a day editing YouTube videos. Those take probably like 25 hours of video, which is a ton, Yeah. So streaming, no, absolutely not. Streaming, I think, is the easy part, but it's getting all that footage in and editing through that is not the best. But, when you're offline, that's the stuff that builds up the views, So
certainly time-consuming work editing. Yeah. What software do you use to edit?
I use Lightworks.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Maybe not the best. I'm thinking about switching.
It's okay. I mean, if you can't shell out for Sony Vegas or Premiere, then that's a really good one to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned that before you took the dive to start streaming, that you bought a new microphone. Is there any other hardware that you'd like to contribute you streaming to, or what software do you use to stream?
Sure. I use Streamlabs OBS. Absolutely big fan. A lot of people don't like it. I think if you're going for some more advanced stuff, if you can do OBS, that's fine. But that was one less software to learn to use. Also, big shout out to GIMP, which is, of course, the free Photoshop alternative, basically. Yeah. Really nice. Hardware-wise, it's kind of a weird one, but I got a microphone arm stand. So I drink coffee when I stream, and I was noticing when I sit it down, you get this boom, man. Up at the table. So, yeah, I'm loving my mic arm. I updated my graphics card. Haven't used it. With Zelda games, it's not a big deal.
Super intensive, yeah. What microphone did you end up getting?
Just a blue snowball.
Oh, yeah. Perfect, yeah.
It's cool. It's like green and it's round and cute. Yeah. I'm down with it.
I mean, they look good on desks. I'm not gonna lie, they do, and they sound fantastic.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, you are my first streamer that he does mostly games, but you said that you also do a little bit of art as well. How do you feel about Twitch bringing in art as a big portion really of Twitch? Like there's a lot of people doing different animation. There's people drawing. There's people glass blowing. Like there seems to be a lot of different facets of Twitch, not just video games. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's a positive thing overall to just be more inclusive?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I don't think if you're coming here for art, you're not taking away from games by any means. I don't think it's so much a competition, and I would love to see all that stuff flourish here. Same. Like I had a follower who was into animation, and just checking that stuff out. Even if I'm not planning on doing it myself, you can just get entranced, man. You can really appreciate it. Same when I started editing videos. You watch a 5-minute video, you're like, I got a chuckle out of that. But, that little doodle probably took that guy like 10 hours. So, even if you just enjoy something like, highlight videos on YouTube and you see the work the guys are putting in on Twitch when they're doing it live, that's super valuable. Absolutely.
So, the previous times I've asked this question about what Twitch does well for new streamers, it's kind of a difficult question to answer because they're not entirely obligated to do a lot for new streamers. New streamers really bring it, they have to take it upon themselves to do their own kind of marketing and their own kind of community building. Is there anything that you can think of that Twitch could do that would help small streamers more? Or
Sure. Yeah, so I mean, I don't really understand why they don't allow subscriptions or bits very early on, because I mean, it doesn't seem like you're gaining any more money like after you become an affiliate, for instance. So that's kind of weird, even with only having like, sub 50 followers, there's been 3 or 4 people who want to subscribe. I don't really get the barrier for entry as far as that goes. Now, emotes and stuff, I get it. It's really cool for you and your followers to work towards it. But yeah, I mean, even just bits or even just subs, even maybe just first tier subs, I think would be pretty incredible, A lot of people don't want to just straight up donate. And if you're like a beginning streamer trying to fund a microphone that's like $50 or something, you could reach that a lot easier if they allowed you to do that a bit earlier.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't disagree. That's a great point. So
Sorry about the siren, by the way.
it's okay. It's okay. So you've only been streaming almost coming up on half a year now.
Yes. Yes.
Is there any way from day one to the last time you streamed, if it was today or the other day, what are some ways you felt like you've improved over the course of that time?
Like everything, man. Yeah, I've been making my own overlays. I added some mic filters at some point. So much. Like I said, the graphics card, the mic arm was a great pickup. The mic filter. I got some IKEA lights that I put up. I got the tapestry just a few weeks ago. Yeah, man, just everything all the time. I just set up currency this week. There's always something to look forward to add to the stream. I mean, I don't think anybody could ever run out of stuff. I think I'll just make the loop back around. Let's upgrade the microphone. Let's upgrade the mic arm. And maybe I'll hit a roadblock eventually, but not anytime soon.
No, that's good. Yeah. Let's see here. Is there any final question I have for you? If anybody has any questions that's in the chat, please go ahead and ask away, and I'll ask them. Last question I have here for you. Is there any advice you can give to somebody who maybe wants to start streaming or has the idea to start streaming, maybe their art or video games? Is there any kind of words of encouragement or anything you can give to those people?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, just do it. Absolutely, just do it. You can always, the dude you had on here last time, he remade a new channel, maybe because he was unhappy with his last one. I'm not sure exactly what his circumstances were, but yeah, absolutely, just do it, man. And just keep going. Just you're going to improve in any form, even if it's just you sitting here talking to yourself. You're going to get better at that, and you're going to be able to use that on either your next channel or maybe you build up a really small community over a long amount of time. Yeah, I think doing it is the hardest part, and you should worry less about maybe the financial ability to go into it with the best equipment. You'll get there if you really stick with it. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, very good, man. I've reached the end of my questions. Let's see here. So I'd like, do you have a YouTube channel yourself? I would really like to,
Absolutely.
If you could post that in the chat, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. I'd love to, man. Thank you so much. Just finished up the first part of my original Zelda playthrough, so yeah, man. Please feel free to. I'll just post that in the chat if that's all right with you.
Yeah, absolutely. If not, of course, I'm going to be. There's going to be a link to your Twitch account and.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I got.
It's okay. See, this Autocast is saying he doesn't really like it when people say just do it when it comes to streaming. I understand that can be, it really can be a weird piece of advice to say just do it.
Yeah.
Do you think quantity or quality in streams? Well, I could have answered this one for you, man. Do you think what's more important, the quality or the quantity of the streams in your opinion?
Definitely quality, but I think, everybody who does it probably wants to think they're going to be fairly good at it, right? Or else why do it? So I don't think discouraging people from just starting is, I don't know. I don't find it that negative. And of course what works for me is not going to work for some other people. But myself, it took years to take the leap after years that I wanted to, you know what I mean? And I wonder what would have happened in that time where I'd be now if I had started. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody's got their opinion. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good way to look at it. And I feel like a lot of the times when streamers do say just do it, because I believe that was we've had that answer before, is just to do it. You're really you're continuing to do it to feel out what works. And you do it because you figure out what works, and then you continue to improve off of that. It's not just continuing to be on the platform, it's being on the platform and then constantly improving yourself. That's the way you're really going to see growth. So thank you very much for joining me today.
Of course.
It was fantastic to have you. I really appreciate you being the only third guest. That's fantastic.
Dude, my honor. Yeah.
Like I said, please go over to his channel. His channel will be in the description of the VOD here on Twitch, and I'll have his YouTube channel and his Twitch channel linked in the YouTube description as well.
Awesome. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you and everybody watching.
No problem, man. Have a great rest of your day, okay? Take care.
Thank you. You too.